Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Amita. What's your name?
My name is Yoshita Srivastav.
And what's your name?
I'm Shagun Rathana.
So you are Yoshita, serial number 5A, 11A, and you are Shagun Ratwana, serial number 5B, 11A. Yes, Yoshita, tell me about your hobby.
My hobbies, I like to read. I like to read novels from different genres. But my favorite genre is historical and feministic novels. They improve my vocabulary and give me knowledge of many different spheres of life which I have not experienced. It gives me a different perspective to a situation which...
Thank you. Now, Shagun, tell me what is your favorite time to study?
I think it's early morning, between 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. to 8 or 5 a.m. to 7, because I think that our brain is totally fresh then and we can grab more things and more easily.
Thank you. Now, Yoshita, you are going to tell us about your topic, and when you have finished, Shagun will ask a question and I'll ask some more questions. Would you like to begin, please?
My topic is national monuments. Indian history is full of the rise and fall of many empires and kingdoms. Monuments built by kings and emperors illustrate the splendor and elegance of the bygone era. Monuments are a major part of the Indian heritage, and our ancient rulers had a great fascination for building beautiful structures such as Taj Mahal, Humayun's tomb, Qutub Minar, and many more, which dot our Indian landscape. Every monument has its own story to tell, which depicts beautifully a forgotten time.
Now, Shagun, can you ask her a question, please?
I would like to ask that how could we as students preserve monuments?
I think we as students can take up many steps to preserve monuments. We can arrange campaigns and competitions. We can arrange field trips to these monuments and try to clean them up and spread awareness about vandalism.
Yoshita, have you visited any monument?
Yeah, last year I visited Taj Mahal.
And how would you say that visiting that monument has affected you?
It has changed my perspective. I was awestruck by the splendid and beautiful and beauty of the Taj Mahal. I was very proud to belong to a land of such great people.
And why do you think monuments are important for the country?
I think monuments are symbols for a country. If I take the name of Taj Mahal or Eiffel Tower, the first thing that comes to anyone's mind across the globe is India and France. And it also promotes tourism.
Thank you. Now, Shagun, you are going to tell us about your topic, and when you have finished, Yoshita will ask a question, then I'll ask some more questions. Would you like to begin, please?
For sure. My topic is television as a bane for children. I took up with this topic because it's a recent incident when my brother asked me. He told me that I'll fly across the building and save many people. And even in the news, there was recently an incident which shocked the conscience of all parents and people, as some children tried to imitate the stunts shown on TV and embrace their tragic deaths. This incident has surely given rise to a debate that whether television or such TV programs can be shown to children or not. I personally believe that children are very tender. They are of a very impressionable age, and whatever they see or observe gets imprinted directly on their minds.
Okay, thank you. Now, Yoshita, can you ask her a question, please?
How do you think television can be used as a boon for children?
Of course it can, as a child's brain is like a wet cement, so whatever falls on it makes an impression. So we have to provide them with good and healthy TV programs for them, so that they can learn and they can use this scientific tool as an asset.
Okay, Shagun, tell me, could there be a difference in a child's life if he doesn't watch television?
Yes, it surely can be, as time management is a very important asset in getting close to your aims and your dreams. So avoiding that time and promoting it studies would be
And
better.
what's your opinion of the people who watch television in excess?
I think that I'm not telling to stop watching television, but just to limit the time period. So they develop also very poor sight, and moreover I feel that their creativity gets curbed.
Thank you. Now let's go to the next task. I'm going to give you a card which has information about a problem. I will now read out the information for you once. I would like you to read it too and then discuss together how you are going to solve the problem. You have 2 minutes to do this. Here is your problem. Your friend wants to study abroad. He is very good at his subject but weak in English. With your partner, discuss the problems he could face at the interview, how he could improve his speaking skills.
Even though he's very good at his subject, due to his lack in English, he'll not be able to communicate his excellence in his subject.
Yes, I think you're right, and moreover, it can be improved by reading newspapers, watching English movies, and interacting more with friends in English.
And also, he can take up a word every day and use it 5 times in a sentence to improve his vocabulary.
And if he has if he has a period of time, so he can also join a crash course in English, so that it could be more beneficial for him.
And his parents and relatives and classmates can also help. All the people could help him by conversing with him in English.
And moreover, I think this would be a con, not knowing English, and you're going abroad for studies where English is a very common language. So
Yeah.
I feel that English should be more.
Use in conversation. He can read more books, and more books which are from his subject, so also he can gain knowledge, and also he can improve his vocabulary at the same time. He can watch shows and movies which are English, listen to songs which are English. And
All right. So what's the solution?
So
Read.
the solution is reading,
Reading.
newspapers, watching English movies, listening to English songs.
taking up a word every day and using it 5 times in a sentence, conversing more in English.
And how would your friend react to your suggestion?
He would take it positively because it is in his benefit that we are giving such a suggestion.
And what role do you think your teacher would play, English teacher would play?
English teacher could give him more time,
More new words to improve his vocabulary.
Can spend time with him and improve his vocabulary,
And-
try to converse with him,
To build his confidence in English.
take a rehearsal interview with him.
And what TV programs could you suggest her?
Take up BBC News and
CNN network.
and all the other English channels.
And what could you tell your friend's parents to do?
To try to converse with him in English, and if they don't know English, then they can encourage him and tell him about how they have faced problems in their life due to their lack of English.
And telling him to indulge in a crash course for English.
Okay. And what do you think can be done to improve his speaking skills?
Conversing more in English and
Conversing with everyone, friends, classmates, teachers, parents, whoever he meets.
it's my advice that he should always carry along a dictionary with him, so that whenever he gets a free time, he could learn more words and use them in daily life.
And still, if your friend has not learned, do you think it is unfair to tell your friend not to go abroad?
No, it is
That
not.
would be so rude.
It would be very good.
Yeah.
You not take it right. Yeah. No, we could go abroad, learn it there.
Learning is a gradual process, so
Yeah.
how can we can't stop learning because it's a daily life process.
Okay, let's stop here. Let's end of the test. Thank you.
Thank you.